So there was a time in my life when I looked like I was doing okay, but inside I wasn't. I was working hard, staying busy, trying to hold everything together, but emotionally I felt overwhelmed. I felt confused, and if I'm being honest, I didn't even know what I was feeling or why I was reacting the way I would. I just knew that sometimes I would react and then later on I would regret it because sometimes those reactions would push me away from the life I really wanted. And the truth is that I was doing what most of us women do. We go to the doctor, we take our medication, we drink coffee in the morning, we drink alcohol at night to relax or to go to sleep. And we try to stay positive. We fake it until we make it. And what I realized during my healing journey is that no one really taught me how about or how to process my emotions. I knew how to survive. I knew how to hustle. I knew how to fake it. And I thought that was normal. I didn't know that my nervous system was off. And it was due to past traumas or learned behaviors. I didn't know that I could heal without medication or without someone saving me. And at some point, that all catches up to us. For me, it showed up in my body, it showed up in my relationships, it turned into legal matters and financial hardship. And so it showed up in my reactions that would sabotage my true desires. And in the worst of my times, I just hit the ground and I started to ask myself, why do I feel this way when I'm trying so hard to be a good person? I would ask, if there's a God, why is this happening to me? Drop a one in the comments if you have ever felt that this way. These questions is what changed everything. That sparked enlightenment and that led me into deeper healing work. I started learning about emotional healing, inner child work, nervous system regulation, and taking personal responsibility. I started seeking and asking questions, and I realized that there was a lot of information out there. And during these times, we have information at the palms of our hands, just with our cell phones, right? And so I would read something, I would feel motivated, I would try it for a few days, but then I'd fall right back into old patterns. But then a few years into my healing journey, it all clicked. Healing without structure keeps women stuck. And so I began to create my own process, simple, consistent practices, ways to actually sit with my own emotions instead of avoiding them, running, drinking alcohol, distracting myself. And I started to create ways to reconnect with myself and what I truly wanted. And slowly I began to feel differently. Not perfect, grounded, and that changed everything. This process is what eventually became to what I now call heal and rise. The truth is that you're not broken. You just need structure and to step out of the paradigm, a paradigm that is created to control the mass and a system of dependency. Many of us women say, I'm doing the affirmations, I'm praying, I'm going to therapy, but nothing is changing. But the truth is that may not be a work problem. It may be a wounded or learned behavior problem. So we cannot create a life you love from a nervous system that feels unsafe. If your body is holding fear, shame, rejection, abandonment, or simply living in survival mode, the life that you want will feel far away. Not because it's not meant for you, but because your body doesn't feel safe in receiving it. It's like somebody gives you a compliment. Oh, that's a beautiful shirt. And then instead of saying receiving and saying, oh, thank you, you reject it. Like, oh, I got this at the 99-cent store, or you reject those compliments. And so those are very small little subtle examples of how when your nervous system is not ready to receive, we self sabotage with a reaction instead of acting. And that is a small little example. Drop a number two in the comments in the chat if any of this resonates with you. So manifestation isn't just mental. It's not just a mental thing. It's a emotion. It physically lives in your nervous system. So if you're not ready to receive when it's given to you, you will repel it. And so alignment or manifestation happens when your mind believes it, when your body feels safe, when your emotions support it, and your actions reflect it. And that's when things begin to shift. You regulate instead of react. You speak belief instead of doubt. And you will move forward instead of self sabotaging. That's when you become magnetic. And I can't explain it. I really can't explain it. It's just it's a truly like a magnet when you become in alignment of receiving just things, you open the doors to towards you instead of repelling. And again, it could be a simple compliment where they say, "Oh, you look beautiful today." Instead of saying thank you, you'll throw it back, well, "Oh, I like your shirt," or instead of just saying thank you. And so this is what we're going to do today is we're going to become aware of our emotional energy center. In phase 1 of Healing Rise, we identify what emotions have been stuck and what emotions are sabotaging our true desires. So we're going to start off with doing a body check-in. I'm going to do a guided meditation with you, and I want you to ask yourself, where do you feel unsafe, insecure? Where do you feel guilt or shame? Where do you feel any type of struggle with confidence? Do you feel that your heart is guarded? Do you feel like your voice is being silenced? All of this stems from fear or blocked emotions. So, but that this is how we begin to confront those fears, and by becoming mindful and aware of your emotional energy center, which is your chakras, we will lower the frequencies and the vibrations in our head. It'll relax us into a place where we are now able, instead of rejecting and repelling, we are able to receive that. So again, you may be aware or not aware of these emotional blocks. As we navigate each sector of your chakras, I'm going to go through a list of emotional blocks or experiences and you may have experienced as a child in your life, or maybe in your current present time, or maybe it's just learned behavior. Maybe it's something that you didn't really experience on your own, but it's learned behavior from your caretakers. It could have been either a positive or a negative experience that helped shape the belief system or your subconscious. So as we go and we unveil each emotional energy center, we become more aware. We become conscious of the subconscious. In some cases, if you have experienced trauma, it can create blocks of insecurity, anxiety, depression. It can lead into a mindset or a reaction that sabotages your desires and creates spiritual warfare within yourself. So sometimes we think it's them and them, it's them that's triggering us, but really it's the spiritual, the emotional fears and blocks, insecurities within ourselves. So instead of pointing fingers out there, we're going to take a time to those 3 fingers, we're going to come back within ourselves. And so we're going to go through each 7 chakras, starting from the base of our spine, which is called the root chakra. We'll begin to travel up towards each chakra until we do a full reflection on your emotional energy center. As we journal through each chakra, I will describe a set of emotions that may resonate with you as a fear or a blockage. So you can just take mental notes. If you have a notebook, you can take written notes. But this is the time where we start to shift that energy from being in the subconscious to becoming conscious and aware of our emotional energy center. So I want you to think about each sector and just pay attention to what emotions pop up, what you may remember something from the past, or just realize that that emotion may be stuck in a certain chakra. By the end of the session, you will feel a profound sense of clarity on your emotions. And as we go through them, we'll go ahead and take the opportunity to start clearing out some of those emotions with our breathing technique and practicing our meditations through visualization. And I'll go ahead and explain as I go forward. So this will create a new awareness on actions needed to achieve your personal success. By practicing meditation, it allows the mind to calm down your brain waves. It goes from beta, stress, alpha, calm, to theta. Theta brainwaves is what creates deep subconscious healing. It helps reprogramming and manifestation. So when you go from right now, most people are in beta. We're stressed. We're like fight, flight, freeze. And there's a lot of things that contribute to that beta. Just the news, the radio, our food, life in general, the hustle and bustle. But as we begin to breathe 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out, we start to calm the mind and we go into an alpha state. As we get better and better, and we really go into a deep meditative state, and it doesn't have to be all like yoga. You can get into a delta meditation by doing something that you love, or just being when you're feeling peaceful and like washing dishes or cooking. You can, when you feel relaxed, you can dive deep into that delta brain waves that taps into your subconscious. So let's go ahead and start with this meditation that will get you into a state where you're no longer reacting based on fears, and you're calming the mind and allowing yourself to trust and have faith in opening the opportunities for the imagination and the creativity to come flowing in. That creativity that comes flowing in with new ideas are your, it's like a messenger, and those are your clues for opportunities for you to take action on that will help you achieve your goals in creating an abundant life. So let's go ahead and start taking this journey through your emotional energy center with this guided meditation. So again, find that comfortable space, sit or lie down with your spine straight. And if you can, lay your hands resting gently on your lap or on the side with your palm side up to receive the healing energy from Mother Earth. Now close your eyes and take a deep breath in. 4 seconds in and 6 seconds out. To center yourself, take again a deep breath in, deep breath out. If you have your essential oils, it's a good time to put it on the wrists or the inside of your palms and just breathe that in. And take a deep breath out. And so throughout this meditation, I want you to continue breathing in and out with a steady, consistent form, allowing your body to relax and get into a meditative state. So just keep breathing in and out. And we're going to start from the bottom, and we're going to navigate each emotional energy center up to the top. And as we navigate each emotional energy center, we'll also clear out that chakra by sending healing light to heal that energy center. So as you take a deep breath in, I want you to imagine your red root chakra, which is at the base of your spine. I want you to imagine a bright light beaming from the ground, stemming from Mother Earth. Imagine this bright white light shining up into your root chakra, making your root chakra shine a bright red light. And this is where the true healing comes, because I want you to not just say it. I want you to imagine the feeling of a bright light, and just imagine and create that warm, fuzzy feeling in your root chakra area. Take a moment to create that warm, fuzzy sensation in your root chakra as you breathe in and out. Take a moment to acknowledge any emotions that's related to your basic needs for survival, such as your money, your shelter, or your safety. Do you depend on anyone for money, shelter, or do you fear your safety? Do you fear experiencing physical trauma or physical health issues? Do you fear or have ever experienced trust issues? Do you fear or have you ever been abandoned or neglected? Take a deep breath in As you reflect and imagine the light, as you reflect and imagine that feeling of the bright, warm light coming in from Mother Earth and beaming into your root chakra, I want you to imagine all of those emotions, the negative emotions, the emotions that are blocking you, those fears, those doubts, those worries. I want you to imagine them flushing out all of those bad memories that reside in your root energy field. Imagine that bright, warm light helping you release any fears or insecurities regarding your basic needs for survival. With every breath you exhale, you release burdens one by one. With every breath you inhale, you balance out this energy center, bringing you peace, knowing that your basic needs to survive are being met, that and more. As you breathe out, I want you to imagine yourself releasing outdated feelings of fear and insecurities regarding your finances, your home environment, and your physical safety. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now, imagining that bright white light that's residing in your root chakra, we're going to move your attention up to your sacral chakra. This is the orange energy field that governs our emotional connection to creativity and intimacy. Take a moment to acknowledge any fears that may be blocking your sacral chakra. Do you fear getting too close to others? Have you experienced rejection or betrayal? Do you feel uninspired or doubt your creative abilities? Have you ever experienced criticism or judgment? Do you fear sex or have you experienced past sexual trauma? Do you experience suppressed or repressed emotions related to feeling pleasure, joy, or your creativity? So I want you to visualize this bright, warm light we left cleansing in your root chakra. And now I want you to imagine the feeling of it going up into your sacral chakra. I want you to feel the warmth. Okay. So this is a practice of not just imagining, but creating that feeling of what it would feel, a bright white light just beaming from the root chakra up into your sacral chakra. And that bright healing light is clearing away and releasing any fears of insecurities, rejection, criticism, or betrayal. As you breathe out, imagine any creative blocks removed and any notions of comparing yourself or fears of failures being released. As you take a deep breath in, feel the light restore your inner passions and inspirations so that you can express your ideas without feeling it has to be perfect before you can express your creativity out into the world. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now let's shift your focus to your yellow solar plexus chakra, which is located in your upper stomach. This energy field governs personal power, confidence, self esteem. So take a moment to acknowledge any fears that may be blocking you in your solar plexus and your solar chakra. Do you have low self esteem? Perhaps low self worth? Do you feel rejection or criticism? Do you fear or have you experienced failure of, of negative self talk or patterns of seeking external validation? Do you fear success for the increased responsibilities, visibilities, or changes that success can bring? I want you to reflect and think about any fears that you have ever experienced in losing control or not being in charge. Take a deep breath in. As you imagine these emotional blocks as chains around your body, I want you to visualize that bright, warm, healing light coming from Mother Earth into your root chakra, up into your orange sacral chakra, and now radiating into your yellow solar plex chakra. And I want you to imagine the feeling of that warm light filling your belly with confidence. With each breath you exhale, imagine fears of change, judgment, or confrontation being released with each deep breath you take. Imagine that healing light re energizing you with self awareness, with self worth, with confidence to undertake your dreams, your goals, and desires and turn them into reality. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now let's move into your heart chakra, a beautiful emerald green. In that center of your chest, this is your heart chakra, and it's associated with love, compassion, and emotional balance. Take a moment to acknowledge any fears that may be blocking your heart chakra. Do you feel rejection or abandonment? Have you experienced a loss of a loved one? Do you feel do you fear being emotional vulnerable? Do you fear betrayal or have experienced being emotionally hurt? All of those emotions, I want you to imagine these emotions as blocks and heavy walls around your heart. We're going to take a deep breath in. Visualize that bright, warm, healing light coming from Mother Earth, grounding you from your root chakra up into your orange sacral chakra, radiating into your solar plexus chakra, and now flowing into your emerald green chakra. And just hold it there in your heart for a while. If you have any emotions of like shedding tears, releasing, let it's okay. Just let those teardrops roll, and that's just moving. We are actually moving the energy. I want you to feel that warmth of this healing light crumbling away the heavy walls around your heart, allowing love and forgiveness to flow in and out freely, to give and receive unconditionally. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now let's shift your attention to your blue throat chakra, which is associated with communication, self expression, and truth. Take a moment to acknowledge any fears that may be blocking you in your throat chakra. Do you fear speaking up or expressing your thoughts and opinions? Do you feel fear that your words will be misinterpreted or misunderstood by others? Do you fear conflict or confrontation? Do you fear rejection in sharing your authentic self or your creative work? As you become aware of your emotions laying in your body, I want you to imagine that bright, warm, healing light coming from Mother Earth, grounding you from your red root chakra, heading up towards your orange sacral chakra and into your yellow solar plexus chakra, radiating into your emerald green heart chakra, feeling all warm and fuzzy. And now I want you to push that bright healing light up to your throat chakra and visualize the fears that reside in this energy field. And with each breath you exhale, you unlock and open your throat chakra, allowing your authentic self to speak with clarity and confidence. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. And now let's move your attention between your eyebrows. This is your indigo third eye chakra, which is associated with your intuition, insight, and your higher consciousness. Take a moment to acknowledge any fears that may be blocking you in your third eye chakra. Do you fear the unknown of what's unfamiliar? Do you fear losing control or making decisions based on intuition? Do you fear trusting spirituality or in divine guidance? Do you fear trusting in your inner guidance or your inner calling? I want you to imagine that bright, warm, healing light coming from Mother Earth, grounding you from your root chakra up into your orange sacral chakra, up into your yellow solar plexus, your emerald green heart, your blue throat, and now your indigo third eye chakra. Take a deep breath in. As you visualize that bright healing light up to as it lights up your path to trusting your intuition and your inner wisdom with every breath you exhale. You let go self-doubt with every breath you inhale. You embrace your inner knowing and your authentic self. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And finally, let's focus on your violet white crown chakra, located at the top of your head. And it's associated with your spiritual connection, with enlightenment, with the universal consciousness. Let's take a moment to acknowledge any fears that may be blocking your crown chakra. Do you feel disconnection from your higher source? Do you fear losing your ego identity? Do you fear the unknown or the mysteries of the universe? Do you fear letting go of familiar patterns, beliefs, or material attachments as they may feel a sense of loss or insecurity without them? I want you to imagine that bright, warm, healing light coming from Mother Earth, grounding you from your red root chakra to your orange sacral, your yellow solar plexus, your emerald green heart, your blue throat, your indigo third eye, and now into your violet white crown chakra. And visualize these motions as a heavy crown that you've been carrying. Imagine the bright healing light releasing this crown with every breath you inhale. And with every breath you exhale, imagine this crown falling off, and it allows the divine wisdom and guidance to flow in with every breath you inhale. Feel a healing light fill you with a new connection to your higher self and a renewed sense of purpose. Within every deep breath you exhale, release attachments to your material concerns and embrace your spirituality. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We have now completed your emotional energy scan, and we re energized your chakras. Take one last deep breath in and feeling a sense of lightness and freedom. As you release these fears of blockages from each chakra, you exhale and you take a moment to feel the harmonious flow of energy within you. Just imagine that bright white light just coming up and down. The most powerful tool is that you are now aware and aligned, in tuned with your true self. When you are ready, you can gently open your eyes and return to the present moment with a renewed sense of clarity, confidence, and a sense of purpose on your journey to success. And as we come back in, I welcome you back to take quick notes on what you noticed during that guided meditation. Where does your body feel tight when you think about the life that you want? What that tension that you're feeling is not random. It's information. It's a clue. Type one word in the comments or in the chat for what you are feeling right now. I know for myself, as I did that guided meditation through you, where I really felt it was in the heart chakra. I had this strong sense of sadness and just like wanting to cry, and that's okay. That's exactly what we're doing, is we're doing an energy check in your body. And I want you to become mindful and aware of where you may feel tightness. Maybe it's in your stomach, maybe it's in your throat. I know my throat chakra is, my voice is kind of coming in and out. So I know that that was one part for me, just starting off with with this healing session. But as we did the guided meditation, it was very strong and powerful within my heart, where I just wanted to release and cry. And so that's the first phase of the healing rise, is doing a mental and physical check. It's like, ask your body, not your mind, where do you feel tension in your body? And like I said, it's that tension is not random, it's information. And so this is a good time for you to go ahead and journal and go inward and answer these questions. What emotions are you carrying that does not match your future? Where do you feel tension in your body when you think about success? What does your inner child need to feel safe right now? So, as we continue on throughout this week, I encourage you to keep it simple, to practice mindfulness, practice at least 3 minutes of stillness, to practice the deep breathing, at least 3 deep breaths a day. And again, that breath is not coming from the chest, that it's coming from your belly. When you take that deep breath in, I want your belly to expand and you breathe in through your nose, 4 seconds out through your mouth. Breathe 4 seconds in through your nose, 6 seconds out through your mouth. And so, and that was going to help regulate your your brain waves from going from beta, alpha, delta. And delta, when we're in delta, that's when we are relaxed, we feel comfortable, we feel safe, we can receive. And a lot of times the receiving is just an idea. And but the ego will say, oh no, that's dumb. You can't do that. Nobody's ever done that. But I just want you to become mindful and aware and use your journal to write down these thoughts. And instead of letting the ego saying, no, that's dumb, you can't do that, that's silly, who you think you are, rebuke those, reject those negative thoughts, those negative notions, and you're going to replace them with 3 affirmations, 3 powerful affirmations. So depending on what where you identified where your personal triggers were in depending on what chakra you feel that, oh, this is the chakra that I felt the most pain in, let me hone into that chakra. Let me find an affirmation that's going to rebuke the negative notions and replace it with a positive affirmation. So create your personal 3 affirmations, put them on your mirror, on your, I put it affirmations on my phone wallpaper, wherever it is that you feel that it's going to be your daily reminder. Use your daily affirmations to not, now we're not just becoming aware, but we are shifting consciousness to rebuke um, the negative notions that self sabotage the life that we truly desire. And so once you have identified that, I also want you to take it one step forward. My grandmother is very, very, very Catholic, very, very religious. She was always on her knees praying, praying, praying. But there was one thing that I realized is that she would just pray, but she would never take action. And so part of affirming and praying, the missing key is creating aligned action. So at least take one daily step that's going to lead you closer to that desired dream that you have. And that's it. So for the week, practice 3 minutes of stillness and practicing deep breathing, practicing your affirmations, and taking one daily aligned action towards your dream life. Now it's time for you to put your eyes on the prize. You are the prize. If you have a mirror, look in the mirror because I want you again. It's not just saying it. It's I want you to feel it. We were making a connection between mind, body, spirit. It's not just saying it. I want you to feel it in the core of your belly, just like we were feeling that created that feeling of the bright, warm, healing light. That is the feeling that I want you to create when you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're saying your affirmations. So put your eyes on the prize. You are the prize, girlfriend. Look in the mirror if you can. Put your hand over your heart and repeat after me. I am calm, I am clear, and I am connected. I release fear and return to faith. I rise to meet the life I desire. I am becoming the woman I am meant to be. My inner child is safe, seen, and supported. My emotions are valid, and my dreams are possible. I am aligned and I am ready. And that, beautiful ladies, what we did today is just the beginning. Over the years, I realized that healing without structure keeps women stuck. So I created something I wish I had when I was trying to figure this all out. I created the Heal and Rise workbook. And this is not just information, it's a step by step guided system to help you understand your emotions. So the first phase is understanding your emotions. The second phase is regulating your nervous systems by identifying the emotions and rewriting that story and doing self discovery assessments. So admitting the truth and acting accordingly so that we can release what you've been carrying and we can move forward, creating a clear path through through the third phase, which is manifesting, but creating a powerful action plan. And if that resonates with you today, this is your next step. You can go to my website. You can order your personal Heal and Rise workbook, or you can get the full kit. There's a bag up there, that iridescent bag. That bag is transformation in a bag. You'll get your physical workbook and a heal and rise kit that has some healing chakras and just some little goodies that I use, a candle to help me during my healing journey. Again, this is not just you do it once and you're done. This is for me, every quarter, I do an emotional check in. Sometimes if it's heavy, I will do it daily. Do it in an emotional check-in and say, okay, where am I at in life? What is the emotions that's blocking me? And how can I overcome that? And so this is like your keepsake box of your go-to tools that quarterly you can go into, do a reflection, do some self discovery, see, okay, where is it that you want to heal and rise? And then, okay, what is it that you want to create in the next year? And then let's reverse engineer that to create small little daily steps to help you get you closer to that dream life. At the end of the quarter and at the end of July 31st, you will be invited to experience a Heal and Rise retreat. I'm going to be hosting a retreat or co hosting a retreat in Sauk City, Wisconsin, July 31st to August 2nd. And I will be sending out information regarding that. Again, this is no pressure, just an invitation, just letting you know I've created and put it in a structured system to help women overcome emotional fears, fears and blocks, insecurities, any emotional setbacks that are preventing them from creating that reaction of self-sabotaging. And so healing doesn't is not something that you do all at once. It's something you practice with intention. And when you give your healing structure, that's when life begins to change. And that's like it's like magic. Magic happens. Instead of pointing fingers and say, well, when they do this and when they do that, when we start taking personal responsibility and holding ourselves accountable with daily habits and being consistent, that accumulates into healing and rising above and beyond that you could ever imagine. So, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you were able to reflect and take some notes and be able to identify, oh, I didn't realize that this is what I'm really holding on. And this is an area, emotional energy center or um, segments that I want to work on. And so as we go through our, I'll have a next Zoom Heal and Rise meeting April 15th, where we will begin to shift that energy of now identifying what are our blocks and start becoming mindful and aware and practicing the affirmations and the magic of the law of attraction. So I hope this resonates and was helpful for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I send you much love and joy. Take a deep breath in, a deep breath out, and sending you much love and healing light. And with that, I will be signing off, my loves. Bye.